That's a tough one. They're the institutions that think about this as a holistic process. Again, there's this theoretical model of the attraction, selection, attrition. They think about that as, and they may probably don't use those terms. They may not think about it in that way, but they're really thinking about what is the story that we're telling? What are we utilizing to attract the student? What are the themes? What is the message? How are we communicating that? How do we exemplify that when they interact with any member of our organization? So be that, again, a tour, be that an orientation and an onboarding experience, be that the person that answers the phone when they have a financial aid question. How do we exemplify that? And then once they're here, how do we live up to what we promised? And I think, we all hear these stories of, the websites that has the professor out teaching the class under the tree, and they get to campus and there's not even trees on campus. Like where did that even happen? So we can't sell things that we're not delivering. And I think the organizations, the institutions that are effective at doing that understand that there's a process to that, and that you've got to be clear and concise in your communication from the beginning to the end. And then you have to deliver. You have to have whatever it is that you told them during the onboarding process, be that admissions or orientation or whatever that is, actually happens on your campus. Because I think we've all been a part of, the bait and switch, right? You see the sale, you go in, and then suddenly that's not the product that's available, and they want to sell you something else. It's the same concept. You're told that the institution is this, you get there, it's not that at all. And now why would you want to be a part of that? Why do you want to stay there if what you were told and what you experienced in, the onboarding process is not the way that the organization runs? And so I think the ones that are effective and are really successful in this, have this kind of, you can call it a mythology or an ethos, whatever it is, and it permeates everything that they do from the beginning, initial touch point, all the way through the end of the onboarding and into their 2 or 4 year career, depending upon institution type.